Alrighty. Hello everyone, it's me Doomlink and welcome back to Doomlink's Live Hunts. It's been a little while since I last recorded for this series, and I think these guys are pretty much ready to go. Yep, let's just go. We've been waiting for a little while to get this room sorted out. Yes, I would prefer to have 4 players, but one of the people ended up leaving because we took too long, so... okay. So I think we are more or less good to go. Sorry for bumping the microphone. Oh, I've got no idea if the game is too low or too loud or what. Like, I've got no idea. Let me just... I'm making noises with the game to try and gauge the volume of it. It seems alright. I haven't changed any of my volume settings since I was last recording, and I think it was alright last time, so hopefully it's alright. The reason why it's been so long since I last recorded in Monster Hunter at all, not just this game, but any Monster Hunter game, is because I just needed a little bit of a break from Monster Hunter in general. I didn't record that long ago actually for Portable Third, but I didn't record much before or after that point, so... Oh, I shouldn't even say much, I didn't really record anything before or after that point for quite a while, so... The point is that I just needed a little bit of a Monster Hunter break, or a break from Monster Hunter, depending on how you refer to that. In fact, saying Monster Hunter break would imply something different, as if you were taking a break from something else by playing Monster Hunter. No, that's definitely not what I was doing. It's quite the opposite to that. But, you know, I love Monster Hunter as my favourite game series, and it is the game series that I've played the most of, but sometimes I just need a little bit of a rest, and enjoy something else in the meantime, because there are other games that I enjoy playing, in spite of what you may think based on how much I play this game, so, or this game series, I should say more specifically. So of course I was playing Portable Third last time, mainly because I wanted to play something different to this game for a change, because I did, I think, record live streams for this game 3 times in a row, and I had only done... oh, Yells, ouch. I think Yells was in the previous... no, he was in my last Random Hunts video in Freedom Unite. But anyway, I'd only done 1 Portable Third recording, which was the first one that I did, which was Live Hunts Part 1. As you can see, this Silver Rathalos is having a really bad day because flash bombs. I don't think I have any in my inventory, so I feel like I'm not really contributing much to the hunt in that way, but anyway. So, oh, okay, well, bye. The flash bomb was super effective, needless to say. Yeah, okay. Well, that's it for the hunt, guys. I hope you enjoyed. No, I mean, welcome to Freedom Unite, really. That's just how it is sometimes. You know, the monsters are a lot less cooperative in the older games. Sometimes they just decide to leave, you know. In other games, they might hurt you more or hurt you less, but in this game, sometimes they'll be fighting you, and then other times they'll fly away. So, yeah. In fact, that is absolutely true with monsters like Yian Garuga, and in fact just the Yian, etc. monsters in general. Khezu can sometimes fly away. Sometimes I think Khezu is more interested in flying around than fighting you, because he spends about 60% of the time during the hunt just to fly around leisurely, so that's kind of annoying. To address my past sickness, I'm sounding a little bit better today, so fortunately the sickness has completely gone in the sense that there are no lingering effects of it, which can be heard in my voice as far as I'm concerned. Maybe it does still exist in some small way, but for the most part I sound like a normal human being again, which is what I like. So basically, Yells needs Silver Rathalos wings, so we're getting Silver Rathalos wings for him, but of course the reason why I'm attacking the wings is not just because he needs them broken. I believe that they are both broken at this point. Of course the reason why I'm aiming for the wings is because they are the weak point for the gold and silver variants to the Rathalos and Raytheon monsters. I'm not going elemental this time because, I don't know, didn't feel like it. I don't really normal gun too much in Freedom Unite. It was very interesting. I had one guy who never guns. Okay, so he's not really an authority on the matter at all. But this was just in Hunsterverse quite some time ago. He's not a very friendly person. He's one of those very sassy characters. And, you know, I can't remember his exact words, but when I told him that I enjoy normal gunning from time to time, he seemed to be under the misunderstanding that normal gunning was actually not good, in the sense that you were not able to get good damage with a normal set. Obviously, it is very easy to do shit with a normal set. The idea is you need to be in critical distance, which I'm currently not in. Now I think I'm in it. You need to always be in critical distance, and you also need to have good accuracy, and you also need normal up, and you also need to shoot normal too. So there are a number of, I suppose, stipulations, just to whip a word out. The idea is that if you actually want to use normal effectively, there are a few things that you need to do. And, oh god, that was not ideal right there. And that is a captured Silver Rathalos. I will thank my teammates with a CTY, as in Command TY. It's a long story. I've discussed it. I have mentioned it a few times, but let's make sure that that didn't knock anything out. It did knock something out. Long story short, God damn it. I'm trying to, damn. Well, how was it before? Maybe it was like this before. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, placebo. Okay, so I don't need to carve, all good. Now, I haven't actually... I do love it when I'm given a notification for my own live stream. It's like, I think, I believe that I knew that it was live, but maybe I didn't. I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. Anyway, so we're going to launch that. It's just, generally when I'm starting the live stream for the live hunt series, I'm kind of in the middle of trying to get the hunt started because I'm usually causing everyone to wait. So, yeah, I don't really have time to set up my chats. I have enough time to set up everything else, but setting up my chats as well is a bit of a tall order. So, yeah. The worst thing is that I also... Did I get a wing? No. Didn't get one. I got a regular Rathalos wing, but not a silver wing. I'm assuming that there is a silver version to that, but anyway. Okay, so that is Silver Rathalos killed. And as per my... Oh, that is a second Gold Crown Large. I'm going to comment on that. My second. Keeping in mind, of course, that they do not differentiate between the subspecies in this game in terms of the, I suppose, monster itself. So that's just a Rathalos, and whether we hunt a silver, azure, or regular, that will still be referred to as a Rathalos. So if we get a gold crown regular Rathalos, that counts for silver Rathalos as well. That's the idea. Yells is asking if we want to do Fatalis. Now, I don't want to do Fatalis on camera, but if we can get a good team of 4, maybe. I'm just telling him that if we can get a good team of 4, then yes, we will give that a try, because we did have a failed Crimson attempt, I think, on camera, maybe 2 or 3 recordings ago. And I wouldn't mind giving it a try if we have a good team. But if it looks like we're going to fail, I'm not going to make the time investment. Because it is quite the time investment. I wouldn't be entirely opposed to making the time investment if it looked like it was going to succeed. But if it looks bad from the start, I'm probably not going to bother. I'm going to have some sake. Because this is the correct environment to have sake. Because you know how taste is a huge memory recaller, if I could speak English. That's how it is with Freedom Unite for me, you know. I used to drink a lot of sake while playing Unite, so yeah. It feels right to drink it while playing this game, basically. So I'm just going to eat, and then we'll work out exactly what we're hunting. I don't know if it will be Fatalis or something else. Once again, Fatalis is heavily dependent on the team that we get. At the moment, we only have 3 people, and I'm not 3-manning a Fatalis, unless everyone's using Clust or Adrenaline Fire. So there's just no way. And we're not getting any of these Blade Master people. There's a guy, I forgot his name on Hunsterverse, but he only goes Blade Master with Fatalis. Now, you will not meet people in the year 2019 or 2018, as it was when I last talked to him, who are actually wanting to go Blade Master with a Fatalis anywhere except for Hunsterverse. It's like, why? Why would you ever want to do that? But apparently that person does. Yells is asking if Ukanlos, we can do Ukanlos. I'm happy to do that. The guy who actually left before when we were setting up wanted to do Ukanlos. Help who out? The guy's gone. I don't know, if the guy makes a return, then I'm happy to do his Ukanlos. I'm happy to do Ukanlos. I'd prefer to do that than Fatalis, personally. Just going to check my chats. No one's talking. It's very difficult to juggle 3 chats, by the way. 2 you can manage, but 3 is very difficult, especially when one of them you need to talk in regularly and also sort of monitor so that you're talking to the people that you're hunting with. But anyway. What's his name? Okay. I'll be pissed off if he doesn't want to hunt, because that's going to leave us with 2 people, and that's kind of annoying. As I was trying to say before, something that I've worked out that I need to do every single time I record for Monster Hunter is get a team of 4 in a room called any G-rank hunts. The idea being that that's 4 people who have the assurance that they'll be able to do whatever quest that they want. So that's an environment where I can get consistent hunts. But this time I only had 3 people, including myself, and that makes it easier for, say, if someone wants to dip out, then that's potential for me to be waiting around a little bit, so I would rather not do that. I'm going to go Lance. I might have gone Lance when I was last hunting Ukanlos, but I like going Lance with Ukanlos lately because I don't really have too many opportunities to go Lance. I don't know, there aren't many monsters that make me think, oh, I want to use a Lance. I'm not much of a Lance user, and the reason why is because I feel like I'm not actually mobile enough when I'm running Lance. Especially in this game. It's different when I can counter and back hop and all of this business, but in this game you just feel really rigid and stuck in one place and all of this business, so I'm not going to let Yells host again. His connection was actually not too bad now that I think about it. Actually, maybe I'll let him host, that's fine. Sometimes it can actually be worse if I host, because I might end up hosting too many connections, and then maybe that's going to cause my connection to be worse, I don't know. Now, our third hunter is not responding, which is exactly what I was worried about, but anyway. I've actually got Yells' hunting horn. Yeah, he wants me to host, alright. It's the urgent quest. Absolute 0. I believe that there's only one Ukanlos quest in this game. There might be an event Ukanlos. Oh, hi, Makan. I have to keep remembering how I want to say your name. Makan will do. Why do you host me, by the way? Just out of interest. On Twitch, that is. I'm just getting people to appear by, I don't know, advertising the room. We're currently in Guild Hall 12. So, once again, this is something that I wanted to avoid, but it's a lot. I find that these days there are more people playing Portable Third, which is weird because before it was very much the opposite. More people were playing Freedom Unite. But I think when it comes to Freedom Unite, most people are actually communicating on different language channels. So, while it might seem that there are more people playing Freedom Unite, there are actually less people to play with, because you don't speak their language and you're communicating in a room where not many people are hanging around, comparatively speaking. It's not like everyone's hanging out in one other location, they're actually sort of fragmented. So, yeah, it's just really annoying. But that's Freedom Unite for you. And I would like to have the hunts be consistent, and maybe I didn't set up properly. Maybe I should have just really put my foot down and said, hey, we're going to wait until we've got 4 people before we go. But keeping in mind that when I did that last time, we lost that person because we took too long. How long is too long? 3 minutes. Fucking people. Anyway. Oh. Hello, person. Are you interested in playing? When I see someone typing, someone at all typing, it sort of encourages me. I'm happy to go with 3 people, that's perfectly fine. 3-manning an Ukanlos is doable. But I would not 2-man. That's not fun. Especially when one of those people is using Hunting Horn, now that I think about it. So, actually, I'm not as happy to go 2-man under those circumstances. I have the perfect voice for RPG-style games. Thanks, Makan. But do you have a audience of people who actually watch your, I guess, your Twitch? That's why I was wondering why you would host me. I don't really know much about that sort of thing. Hosting wasn't really a thing that existed when I was first interested in Twitch, so... But I do appreciate that. Oh my god. Oh, Ramen's back. Is he hunting? Please hunt. It's kind of annoying when people just disappear while you're trying to play with them. Oh! He randomly went and joined someone else. Arsehole. At least say something if you're gonna go help them. Anyway. So Ramen is helping the guys who didn't want to join us to get help. You know, had they gone and joined us, they would have been able to fight their Shogun Ceanataur or whatever the hell they wanted to fight, but they chose to stay in their own room. And the reason why I bring people into this room is not only so we can have consistent hunts, but also so I actually am able to kick people who join that are under-leveled and things like that. You know, you often get people who just don't leave. They'll be Hunter rank 1 and they won't leave, and it's like, well, I'll kick you then. And having the power to do that with ease is good. I'm not going to 2-man yells. Or we could hunt something weaker in the meantime. You see, this exact situation is what I try to avoid in this game. Sitting around waiting for someone to hunt with. And I get annoyed because I thought that I was going to finally not have to deal with that by, you know, having a room which is going to accommodate multiple people, not just myself. Any G-rank hunts. But people flake away, you know, they just disappear. So... wants to do Lavasioth, let's just do Lavasioth, I don't really care anymore. Okay. So what would I want to use for Lavasioth? Oh, Grey Fox. I'm going to return. So right at the moment we were going to give up and hunt something weaker than Ukanlos. We get this guy turning up. So you're retired from streaming, Makan? I will probably never retire from streaming, just because I've always been making videos and I think that streaming is probably the best way for me to get my content out there, so... Okay, so Grey is going to do one hunt with us, which is great. So he's changing over from Portable Third to Freedom Unite. Very good. Grey Fox is happy that it's Ukanlos. I suppose I can do nothing but apologise to those who are watching the past broadcast who want to see me hunt something. I take no pleasure in sitting here doing nothing. I want to keep things moving quickly for you guys. And this is one benefit to random hunts in the fact that it's something that I edit after the fact. I can just edit out all this downtime, it's not a problem. But when it's live, there's not really anything that I can do about it. Grey hasn't played Freedom Unite for around 2 months. I haven't been playing very often either. Hi Milkshake, welcome to the live stream. Are you one of my subscribers? I don't think I've seen you before. If I have seen you before and I've forgotten you, then I do apologise. Makan, I'm not really interested in a Bloodborne 2. And I think I've discussed why. But if that is something that you hope, then that's perfectly fine by me. I need to have sake more often. I love it. Fear not, anyone watching live, we will be starting the Ukanlos hunt within the next 2 minutes. Consider it an intermission. An unwanted intermission. On the part of myself. Okay, we might even get a fourth, and this fourth person might actually stick around. Grey is only going to be with us for 1 hunt, but this fourth person might actually stay, which would be really good if we could actually have some consistent hunts on Freedom Unite for the first time ever on camera. There's something about it that I don't mind in 3 Ultimate, because with 3 Ultimate it can't be helped, it's always slow in 3 Ultimate, but this is Grey Fox, by the way, Rival. That's his Freedom Unite name. But I feel like I should be able to get in more consistent hunts here, because I can do that in Portable Third, and realistically it shouldn't be any different in Freedom Unite, but for some reason it is, so... There's some person who doesn't know how to add a Hunsterverse quest. I'm going to be phenomenally unhelpful by not telling him how to do that. Oh, it's Makan. Well. I am checking both the YouTube and Twitch chat simultaneously. I have them both up. So, thankfully, we do have 4 people ready to hunt an Ukanlos. And see, this happens very, very quickly. You know, you can have 6 to 8 minutes of waiting, and then everyone's pretty much ready to go within a minute or less of time. So, that's pretty good. So, I don't need antidotes, but I'm going to keep them in my inventory. The whole reason why I keep things that are unimportant in my inventory is because if I remove them, then I'm going to forget to put them back in. That's why I keep whetstones in my inventory generally, even when I'm gunning. But of course, it depends on what I'm shooting. If I need a lot of ammunition and combination materials, of course I have to get rid of whetstones, because there's no gunner pouch in this game. You need every single one of those slots, depending on what you're shooting. So if it's one of those circumstances where I'm, say, doing a cluster run, or I'm shooting a lot of elemental shots, like different types of elements, or etc, etc. Yeah, I'm probably going to get rid of whetstones at that point. So, Ukanlos is... I believe that this was his first appearance. If not, then it might have been Freedom 2, but I don't believe that it was. I believe that Freedom 2 was Akantor's first appearance. And he was sort of like the big boss of high rank there. Because Freedom 2 was a high rank game. Oh god, no. fucking communication error after all this, and the reason why is because of yells. I would guarantee it, he's a phone user. We were in the same room together for a long bloody time. Grey is telling me to try again and re-enter. I don't really think I needed to be directed as far as doing that. I wasn't going to give up at that point. It happens a lot, it's Freedom Night. The best thing about a communication error is that... sorry, I keep bumping the tripod. The best thing about a communication error is that you don't have to eat again, which is really good. But, anyway. Thanks for giving me a sub, by the way. Alright, are we finally going to be able to hunt? Whoa! It's a bit of a slap in the face when you're waiting for more than 10 minutes to get in a hunt, and then finally it's ready. Communication error. Gives you a small taste of how it was like in the ad hoc days, to be sure. But yeah, Makan, this is where I... as far as saying this, I mean YouTube. YouTube is where pretty much all of my content creation takes place. I keep all of my past live streams up there, and from time to time I do upload things that aren't live streams. I used to do that a lot more because of course I only started live streaming fairly recently, as in this year. But YouTube is my place of content creation. The game shouldn't be too loud. In fact, that looks like a good level to me. I don't want it to be too quiet, so that should be perfectly fine. Alright. So, I'm not going to risk having a hot drink right now. That's a good way to get hit. Oh, that was actually a terrible... I just dived in the wrong direction. That was terrible. Ended up diving long ways rather than to the side, which was really not ideal. If you are familiar with Ukanlos as he is in later games, he's not too different here. The main difference, and I've explained this before, probably in my last Freedom Night recording, the biggest difference is his tail and the way it gives you that snowman blight. It's terrible. It's really, really bad. But anyway, aside from that, it's mostly the same boss. I can't really think of any differences. I'm just going to shield in case he comes after me. He's not, he's going to appear somewhere else. You can tell because, you know, he causes the small earthquake. Oh, good flash. Just aiming for the legs to get a trip. Oh god. Oh, he got flinched out of that. Which is good. I think that how my Monster Hunter play is going to work from this point on, at least for a little while, is that I'm probably not really going to play the game, as in the game series, unless I'm live streaming it in this format. Because I just need a bit of a break, and I don't... oh my god. Once again, you know. So I just need to be really careful. He's probably going to come after me now, isn't he? No, he's not. Thank god for that. Now, turning on the spot still works in 2nd gen when it comes to Snowblight, however, it's not as effective as it is in 3rd gen and beyond. And I have mentioned that before, but you know, I tend to do that a lot. Very few people watch all of the content that I make. In fact, I shouldn't even say very few, I should say no one watches all the content that I create, so therefore, there's nothing wrong with actually repeating what I'm saying. We still haven't gotten a trip yet. Maybe soon. Ow. Doing a big roar again. It's one benefit to the lance, of course, and as far as weapon types that can shield, the lance is obviously going to do a lot more damage than, say, the sword and shield. There we go, there's a trip. Unfortunately, I can't hit the stomach from here, but I'll attack the head instead. Don't want to get in Agosto's way. He's, of course, running hammer at the moment. So he's going to need the head. If we can get a KO, that would be pretty good as well. I currently have ESP on this set, that is of course Mind's Eye. I find that to be really useful with lance sets. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have been bouncing or hitting armoured pieces of the Ukanlos a few times here, so ESP has proven itself very useful in this fight, and I tend to find great use in it in most fights that I undertake with the lance. Augusta has broken off. That's Freedom Unite. So, whatever. Very annoying for the people who do break off, of course, and it can also be very annoying for the people who have to hunt with one less person or two less people, depending on how bad the break off is, but, you know, that's just how it is. But once again, compared to the ad hoc experience, this is phenomenal, so, yeah. I'm very happy with Hunsterverse, despite the occasional issues that you can have, and they're mostly user-related. When it was ad hoc, it was, you know, a little bit different. Generally, it was just shaky on a fundamental level, but the biggest problem here is phone users, to be honest. Basically how it works is a lot of the people who play in Hunsterverse are people who can't really afford to buy full games, so they like to play free games. The idea is that these people probably also can't really afford a PC, which sounds weird, but it's true. In Southeast Asia in particular, a lot of people don't have computers, but they do have phones. So a lot of people play this game emulated on their phone, and the connection is not good under those circumstances, and it's very annoying. So it makes any hunts potentially quite terrible. Yells is the best phone user that I've ever hunted with in terms of his connection. So I can say that in some circumstances, yes, the connection can be good, but for the most part, if you're looking for a weak link in the connection between all four of you, or all three of you, depending on how many people you have in your hunt, generally that weak link will be with the phone user. And they can also cause other issues as well. It's terrible, and to be honest, part of me wants phone users to be banned, just for how they... or they should be forced to only be able to play with each other, that's the idea. Because I think that the connection issues that they cause really... they hurt the platform, if you can call it a platform. So, or the service, I don't know how to really refer to it, but it's not good. And a lot of people get annoyed by it. The desktop users who have been playing in Hunsterverse for a long time have pretty much been, how do I say? They've long since gotten sick of it. And I don't know necessarily if it's only people in Southeast Asia that have these... they don't have computers as much as they do have phones, but that's definitely how it is on Hunsterverse at the very least. Most people in Southeast Asia on Hunsterverse just don't have PCs, they only have phones, and so... you know, it's just an observation, but it's really annoying in terms of the connection, so... anyway. It's worse in Freedom Unite because I think that Freedom Unite, connection-wise, is fragile enough on its own. Certain hunts can be really dodgy in terms of the connection. I think Ukanlos might be one of those hunts. I know for certain that Fatalis is a hunt that just fundamentally, as a hunt, in Freedom Unite, is prone to disconnects and bad connection in general. So if you add personal connection problems into the mix, it's kind of a nightmare. So, oh god. I've taken a little bit of damage here. What's my defense like? I don't think it's amazing here. It's alright. 557 is okay. For this hunt, it could be in the 600s, but anyway. For a while, I wasn't really able to upgrade this set, but I think I upgraded a few of the pieces somewhat recently, so... I would say that we'll be done with this hunt around the 12 to 14 minute mark. Probably. Although we do have Yells running hunting horns, so I don't know. Maybe 15 minutes and beyond. You spilt your Oreo milkshake on your keyboard. That's hilarious, Makan, especially considering that your YouTube name is Milkshake. But my condolences to your keyboard, and you as well, who has to deal with an Oreo keyboard. What do you do in that situation? Do you just like lick your keyboard and suck the fucking liquid from in between the keys? That would probably be gross, because I would say that there'd be a lot of gunk in between the keys, so you probably wouldn't want to drink the liquid that's been in there. So I don't even know what you would do. See, I was distracted by the chat. I was reading what you were saying, and not like that's your fault, obviously. That's my fault for being stupid. But anyway, Rival tried to heal Yells, but he died anyway. Of course, that's a very bad situation, because now we have to try and not fuck up. And to be honest, my death was completely and utterly preventable, but I was being an idiot, so that didn't really work out so well at all. And that annoys me. I have to keep remembering that the actual entrance point is over here, not where I was going before. But anyway, I should have taken the time to sharpen now that I think about it. What is Rival even shooting? He's going Pierce by the looks of it. I think he's shooting normal there, but... Actually, he is shooting. I'm trying to listen to his shot. Come on. But he's not shooting anymore, which is good, you know. I would also want to... He is shooting Pierce, okay. But anyway. There we go, there's the flinch. That's the whole reason why I'm attacking his feet. But then, of course, I can't really get to his stomach now that his arm's in the way, so... In the end, I'm always doing slightly lacking damage, but whatever. Lance is overall a pretty good weapon type for dealing... Oh, I think I just broke the chest. But yeah, the Lance is good for DPS in some respects, but seriously, it's a very limited weapon type in this game. I'm very used to being able to counter from 3rd gen and beyond, and of course none of that exists in this game. So the Lance, which is already quite stationary, feels even more limited in terms of its ability to do anything. So there's no shield advance, none of that, just sort of standing around with your shield and stuff. Speaking of standing around, Rival is not really doing anything to help himself be rid of it. Oh god, immediately you're charging. It's terrible. I do not have life powders. If I did, by god I'd be using them by now. This is a terrible situation. Rival, for the love of my ass. You're jeopardizing the hunt with your own ignorance. A lot of people just do not know that turning on the spot gets rid of Snowblight faster. Just no idea. Which is not really forgivable, because I've known about that for... Since this game was the first Monster Hunter. Not the first Monster Hunter, the most recent Monster Hunter. I couldn't get my thoughts under control because I was so emotional at that moment. But really, it's just... It's not really acceptable at all. So... There's a guy, what blew my mind as well, Sky, who was in the last Freedom Unite Random Hunts video as well. He, and I do mean random hunts, not live hunts, I think he has 3,500 hours in Portable Third, probably even more by now. Maybe closer to 4,000. And he did not know that he could turn on the spot to be rid of Snowblight faster. That's 3rd gen. I can understand in 2nd gen, it's less effective here. But 3rd gen is when it became really effective, so that's really quite amazing that you can play the game for so long and not even know that. But anyway. It's kind of like Monster Hunter Basics, you know. It's kind of like how not... It's the art form of letting your... When you get hit by a monster, you have to make the decision whether or not to get up quickly and evade, or just stay there. That's a sort of... Calling it an art form is a bit weird, but basically making that decision. Do you want to extend the invulnerability period? Or is staying in that place dangerous, so it's best to just get up immediately and get out of there? That's a thing that you need to sort of decide. Now what's pissing me off here is that the 4th player that I was expecting to stick around after, well not expecting, more like hoping, would stick around after Grey Fox left. He was the guy who disconnected, so I don't know what we're going to do now. Probably wait around some more, can't wait. Anyway. That's how things go these days. Alright. So what are we doing? I don't know if Agosto actually disconnected or what. Gentle Ha. Who is Gentle Ha? Someone who we are not going to be playing with because he is huntering 2. I won't actually kick him from the room until he posts his own quest. That's generally the point where I just go, alright, you're out of here. Anyway. I am not checking my my Hunsterverse score. It's probably gone down so far. I was in the top 15 and then I stopped playing for like 4 months. Alright, you're getting kicked, mate. What's your name? It is Kai Bor. Okay. 65. Vote to kick Kyobert. 65. That's the point where I just will not allow it. Anyway. Yels was about to kick him. That's funny. Oh dear. I don't know what we're going to hunt now. Maybe we can do Lavasioth. Just thanking Grey Fox for hunting. Part of me wants to give you some sort of visual feed of the Hunsterverse chat, so that you can actually see what I'm typing, because it might be something to look at, instead of just me obviously typing on a keyboard and I'm typing things that you can't see, and all of that business, so I might consider doing that. I could add a screen region, and how that would work is that I would only show it when I felt like showing it, and then just get rid of it when it was too much clutter on the screen. That's probably how that would work. Might top up the decanter soon. Oh, just for the sake of doing it on camera. And once again, the reason why I do this is because if it's off camera, it's kind of annoying. It's like, well, what's he doing? I can't really see. That's how I reason the showing it on camera sort of thing. Because if you're going to do it, if you're going to do something, and you've got a camera, and it's just off camera, you're just like, I want to see that. So it's very funny in the previous live stream where I overfilled it. It's like far beyond what I even thought was possible. And I did end up spilling it. I thought I was going to get away with not spilling it, but that's a thing that happened. Potion of blood. What do you mean, potion of blood? I'm going to go to my farm. I will speed up, just because. Actually, you know what? This is something that I should try to do as a bit of a ritual while recording here. I should go and use the hammer on the bug tree. Oh, not the white hammer, the gold cat hammer. Here we go. Very annoying. I think you can just skip that. Anyway. Phantom butterfly. That is proof on camera that even if you miss, you can get phantom butterflies, so that's a good thing, I would say. Okay. These people. What are they? There are two people who are sort of hunting in their own room. And I kind of feel like we could hunt with them, but I'm trying to work out what they're doing. They weren't too interested in joining me, put it that way. So, whatever. Lavasioth. I do not want to fight him close range, quite frankly. So I could probably go ranged, but what would I use? Bow, that's what I'll do. Easy. Red Khezu. Maybe... I can't even at Yells because he's using these stupid characters. Because as it turns out, these two people are actually hunting different things. And... Alright, let's do Red Khezu. Water. And ranged as well, so let's go bow. And yes, I do realise that I've only got scatter up, but that's alright, I'll be able to fix that. Because basically how it works is that... Oh, I'm using the dragon bow, I don't really want to use that. Anyway. They're actually going to join our guild hall because I said that we were going to do that. So that's cool. Ha! That's funny. So, water. Isn't that the seahorse bow? I think so. Dragon head harp, here we go. So this here is going to be really interesting. And you'll see what I mean. But first and foremost, I do need to edit my decorations. And there's only one thing that I need to change here. It's just this jewel here. I need to change it for the short charge jewels. Is that right? Yes. And as you'll be able to see, my skills are slightly more attractive now. Which is good. I did eat, didn't I? Yes, I'm not going insane. Okay. Join Guild Hall 12, or Gathering Hall 12. I always say Guild Hall. It's not incorrect, but it's also not that correct either, so... Anyway, cool. Here we go. Wasn't too much downtime this time, so that's good. We are hunting 2 red Khezu, which is cool. What coatings does this bow have? All. That's what I like to see. Okay, so I'm going to bring all of the power coatings, all of the close range coatings. I'm not going to bother with any of the statuses. And I will bring combination materials for power coatings, which are nitro shrooms and empty vials, I believe is how that works. Let's go and confirm that. Empty bottles, sorry. Alrighty, cool. So I think we are ready to go. That was good. That worked out well. The Skyrim references, Potion of Blood. I really should have played Skyrim more, but I didn't. And I would like to play it more, but the thing is, I feel like streaming Skyrim is probably the most unoriginal thing you can possibly do on Twitch, so I'm going to not do that. I'd love to do it, but really, I should have actually gone and gotten some more Mega Potions, but whatever. I'm going to be ranged for the most part, so I probably don't have to worry about getting hit too much, in theory. Just to have a look at the charging of this bow, you'll see that level 1 is scatter level 5, so I will just be doing single shots. So, basically spam shooting in that way, which will be kind of fun. Oh dear. So we have to go all the way down to that sort of strange ring-shaped cave where Red Khezu will be present. And hopefully we don't get approached by the other Khezu as well. We'll have to see how that goes. Yells is making some very weird sounds, and I just realised why. It's because he's using the dummy dual blades. I hope that you can hear that, but my game should be loud enough to translate that. Alright. Is Yell's going to paintball? No, he's not, so I'm going to do it. Listen to him laughing. Oh, that's very good. So how I use this is that I actually aim before I shoot, because it's just single shots here. I'm going to be absolutely murdering my coatings, by the way. I'm not going to use my combination coatings as well. You could see that just the small amount of time I took to re-aim that shot, I lost my scatter. So it is important that I actually aim before I shoot. Oh, you poor bastard, Khezu. Oh. Yells is having a bit of a laugh. Literally. It's be so annoying to use that. I don't have any of the dummy weapons because I have not been doing that stupid double arena. Oh, already capturable. But yeah, I haven't been doing that arena. I keep forgetting the name of it. What is it again? It's I've actually forgotten the name of it. It's the double arena Raja. Can't believe I forgot the name of it now. Anyway. Got 31 coatings now for power. And I would say power coatings are needed because I'm only doing level 1 shots here, and while it is level 5 scatter, I do lose a little bit of the damage because it's only level 1, so power coatings are all the more important. Now, of course, when it comes to Khezu, the word alluring is probably the most inept word to actually use to describe Khezu. Like, well, inappropriate maybe. I mean, yes, the word is inept as far as describing the Khezu, but it is a very inappropriate word to use because the last thing that I would think when looking at a Khezu is, oh wow, how alluring. Definitely not. Anyway. How long have I been streaming so far? Let us have a look, shall we? Almost an hour. I might even stream for 2 hours. We'll see how long I feel like streaming for. Now that I think about it, I might take the time to close any of my playbacks on my... whatever it's called. If I could possibly use my brain. Just on my PC, just to make sure that it's not slowing down the stream connection. Or using data unnecessarily as well, because this is a limited connection that I have, that I stream on. I was about to say, want to see a magic trick, but I don't have Psycho Serums with me, so that's not going to work. Not in this cave? This is going to really suck if none of us have Psycho Serums. I'm just going to put it out there. Seriously. Oh my god. Absolutely terrible. Well, what I think is the second one's probably going to appear where the first one is dead, currently. So that would be my guess. I don't know, man. Let's have a look, shall we? It looks like everyone else has the same idea. The good thing about Khezu is that when he's flying around, you can generally hear him, because he takes so long to fly anywhere, so it's actually pretty easy to find him. And it is harder to know when other people are engaged in combat with him, because of course he does not give you that heart symbol, because he can't actually see you. So, yeah. It also makes the Khezu fight a little bit creepier, because there's no music playing when you fight him, so... We've got a pitfall trap on the ground, which will be kind of funny to see a Khezu flailing around in a pitfall trap. Assuming Yells has power juice. Come on, mate. Poor baby. Poor baby. And also the sound of yells with his stupid dual blades just makes it all the more enjoyable. The reason why I'm not talking so much is because I don't really want to have my voice drowned out by the game at all, because I think... Oh, yells, ouch. But I think the sound effects of the arrows hitting the Khezu so repeatedly is actually making for a little bit of noise, so... I will try to remember to watch the stream back and actually monitor the volume. Looking at it visually, it looks loud but not too loud. And that's how I want it. Loud but not too loud. Very audible, but not drowning me out in any way. So I no longer have any coatings, but that's alright. I think this Khezu will be dead fairly soon. There we go. See you, Khezu. Alrighty. Let's carve some more alluring webbing, shall we? And alluring wings. Well, no, it's strong alluring wing. Big wyvern stone. Big wyvern stone. I suppose that was lucky. Alrighty. Good job, everyone. Just asking what's next. I don't really want to do another red Khezu because I don't want to have this be too repetitive for you guys. But if we do end up doing more red Khezu, I will of course change weapons, weapon type, and that will hopefully be enough. How do I say? Sometimes when I talk, the words do not come. Hopefully that will be enough change for you. I can't think of the word. Anyway, so that's what? 4 big wyvern stones in one hunt? That's crazy. Hopefully that will be enough variation for you. God, just can't think of what I'm saying half the time. Anyway. If they want to continue red Khezu, then they can go and do whatever they want. I don't particularly care. So for now, I don't really want to put max potions in there, just ancient potion. Oh, I need to combine some more ancient potions, but I've forgotten the actual materials that I need. So... Well, just don't die, Doomlink. That is the best way to solve that issue. So I'm going to make some more mega potions. Want to see a magic trick? Anyway. Alrighty. So, in terms of what we're doing right now, I'm not too sure. I'm gonna ask if they still need red Khezu. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm talking to people using my laptop, so I don't know. And the laptop is not my streaming machine, basically, so I suppose if I were to show the screen region for Discord, it would not be showing me typing, unfortunately, so... Okay, so let's go and head to the farm. And I do apologise for the speed up business, but I can't help but do that now. It's just too easy. Missed again. I think I can skip this. No, I can't skip it. Well, thank God that I can speed up. Otherwise that would be really annoying. Alrighty. Feline kitchen. These people are not very capable of communicating. I'm asking if they want to do more Red Khezu. If not, then we'll do Lavasioth, and they're not saying anything either way. It's like I'm being ignored, really. They can speak English. It's not like that's a problem. Or whatever. Oh, no one gives a fuck, Zero. Shut up. There's a guy who's... anyway. Don't worry about it. See, this is why I should actually show the screen region, because otherwise you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway. Let's just equip this for now, and I don't know what you people want to do. Okay, how about I set up for Lavasioth? How about that? I'm gonna probably use the same set. Actually, I don't want to do that. That's too repetitive. I'm not even going to tell you what I'm reacting to. Anyway, so... what have we got here? My guild hall. Who is Mayushi? It must be Recital. Recital is an absolute freak of nature, I have to tell you. Probably one of the strangest people I've ever played with, aside from tri-players. Recital must have been a tri-player based on how bizarre he/she is. I don't know who or what gender they are, but anyway. It's very, very strange. Basically, every single time the person types, they delete what they say. Every time. And they seem to just troll in hunts. I don't know. I don't really understand the person. I don't know where Yells is. He's still gone. Sometimes I don't understand what he does. Mainly because he doesn't communicate, because whenever he is playing, he can't actually type because he only plays with a phone and doesn't have a computer, as far as I can tell, so communication is limited. Needless to say. Mayushi has returned using the absolute bow. Didn't I make a set with that? Well, we'll probably set up for the Lavasioth. I might also go absolute bow if I do have a set for it. I do have the gun, but I don't know if I've made a set for it. Let's just... absolute bow. I do have a set for it. Which is... capacity up, bullet limit, element attack up, reckless abandon +1. pretty yummy. So we're going to go with water shots. But I don't know if I have combination materials for that, so... Anyway. Knife mackerel. Because wet fish became... Well, sorry, knife mackerel became wet fish, and I do believe knife mackerel are still used for water shots here. So I'll bring water and ice. Or freeze, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm going to post Lavasioth. Wherever that may be. Not that. Must be here. 2 Lavasioths. I don't really want to do 2. I guess we'll do 2. I said that I didn't want to do 2 and then I immediately accepted the quest, so whatever. Oh, hi Paul. Oh yes, that's the reason why I'm currently on the left side, Paul. It's because you'll see in-game, the heads-up display will have it be so that if I'm actually on the right side, it's going to block something important, so I put myself on the left side. This is an older Monster Hunter game. This is from 2008. It was released in English in 2009. And it's actually quite fun. And it is very Japanese. Welcome to the live stream, Paul. God, what the hell am I doing? Combination materials. Knife mackerel, do I have any? I do! Ha! Good on me. Only 10. But that's alright. Just give myself some huskberries. And put away empty bottles. Let's freeze ice crystals, which I'm not going to be using for combination materials, needless to say. Because it's so difficult to get so many of them. Alright, we might go without yells. Yeah, lots of items, because basically every single monster gives you a number of different materials, and you can see that I still have a lot of space left for other materials if I were to put them in the box. That's actually my own storage, it's not the shop. This is the shop here, but unless you were referring to that, I don't know. There aren't too many things in that shop. We're going to do a quest without yells because he's not coming back. Oh, he's back. He was probably forced to return. Yeah, he's back. Hoping he's back anyway. The way in which he left the room would suggest that he did not manually leave it, therefore he may have disconnected. Like, forcefully disconnected himself. Hopefully he's not actually leaving, because that would suck. It would be alright, I do have 2 other people to hunt. Yeah, he's out. Alrighty, we're gonna go with 3. Is there anything else that I want to bring in terms of shot types? Probably normal. Just need to look at what I'm shooting again. Yeah, I'll bring normal too, then that'll do, I think. Hopefully I'm not going to regret that. In the sense that I'm not going to have enough stuff to shoot, I'm going to run out of materials or something. If it's not enough, I'll regret it later. I'm letting everyone know that we should go with 3, because I don't really want to wait too much longer here. The guy having a razor blade on his helmet? I didn't see the person. It was probably yells. He probably had a razor blade on his helmet. If you're not familiar with Monster Hunter, Paul, it's quite a lengthy explanation as far as what it is, but I'm glad that you're interested in watching it for now, despite not really knowing much about it. But yes, it is very Japanese, and I love it. I'm drinking sake, by the way. Have it in my decanter and a small cup. All marble carved. It's very nice. It's been a little bit of time since I was last on the sake, but I do enjoy it. Keep on bumping my tripod like a fool. Like a foolish fool. Alright, let's go. Giseric 47 does not want to ready up because he's probably waiting for a fourth person, which is probably not going to happen anytime soon. I didn't notice that he was actually trying to recruit someone else, actually. Cool. Just so you know, Paul, I'm also communicating with these people on a different chat, because I'm currently playing online. You see, this game that I'm playing right here does not actually have dedicated online. So I'm using a weird connection system which has its own chat, and I'm communicating with those people that way. So yeah. Yeah, the combat is kind of unique. Oh, what's going on with my... Oh, what the fuck did I eat? Obviously not what I should have eaten. I don't want to waste an ancient potion, so forget it. Well, I'm glad that this is the first time you've actually seen Monster Hunter in action. Also, as I was saying, as you're able to see, there is something quite important on the bottom right-hand side, so therefore having me there would be a bit of an annoyance, whereas there's just open space where I'm currently positioned in terms of my webcam, so that's why I'm on the left side now. So I'm just going in all sorts of weird directions because I'm distracted, but anyway. I'm not going to give you a tutorial as far as what everything that you're seeing is, but maybe you'll be able to work it out as you watch. What I can say is that I'm currently using a gun, which is a bit different to using a physical weapon like a blade or whatever, but yeah. One thing you have to remember as well is that this game is a bit outdated. It's not very smooth in terms of how it looks or feels, so Monster Hunter is quite different these days. And I don't mean world, I'm not referring to that game. So Lavasioth is probably going to jump out. Oh, there he is. Hello. Good evening, sir. He's going to jump in the trap, maybe. Did you actually get affected by that? That's crazy. I don't know what his weak point is. Maybe the fin. Ha! Yeah, that's true. It's good that they bought the new Monster Hunter not realizing what it was that they were going to buy. Because in the end, they're going to find out the hard way and they hopefully won't make the same mistake again. So... But really, I don't appreciate World at all, for a number of reasons. This game is more different than you can possibly imagine to that of World. It's probably like comparing the original Fallout to Fallout 3. Or not even, Fallout 4, sorry. Not that I'm a Fallout fan, but maybe that's an example you might be able to understand. Well, Lavasioth does exist in World. He's quite different to this, though. Not visually, but in terms of how he is to fight, he is a bit different. I hate this flopping bastard of a fish. Yeah, the game is fundamentally different to play. It's both fundamentally similar and fundamentally different. It's kind of difficult to describe. Certain fundamental aspects remain, and then others do not. So, to say fundamental as a blanket term is probably not good. I don't know if his head is a weak point or not, elementally, so I'm just going to probably stick to aiming for the fins. I probably should have actually brought some paralysis, but anyway. That is a dead Lavasioth. We've got one more, though. I don't know if both are present at the same time. He's not really swimming, he's flopping around, and that's how he works. He's weird. He's burrowing into the lava, basically, into the stone. It's weird. Don't expect too much. I don't even know if I need this stuff. Let's get rid of freeze. I'm not going to actually end up using that. But, yeah, don't expect too much realism. I don't know, RPGs aren't necessarily that realistic anyway. Alright, so he has appeared here anyway. He's come to us. He's very friendly. Someone threw a paintball at him. Oh, Jesus. Don't flop on me. Oh my god, he flopped on me. They're limited in their differences in the sense that there are certain body types for monsters. They're not generated in any way. They are actually handcrafted by the people who made the game, but they are similar in certain ways. You'll have a certain, let's call it a skeleton, and they will work on that skeleton. So Lavasioth has a few monsters that are similar to him, and then they're sort of categorized in that way. But there is no sort of randomly generated aspect to this. There are a lot of monsters in this game, though. This is... Well, how many Monster Hunters came before this one? 1G... Freedom 1... DOS... Freedom 2... So this is the 6th Monster Hunter game. And it has all of the monsters that appeared in the game before it, plus some. I think there are around 55 monsters in this game. So, not all of them will be entirely different from one another. However, that's still a lot of variation to your gameplay. Oh, for the love of my ass! Ridiculous. I should have just had an ancient potion. This is stupid. Oh my god. It's Lavasioth. He's gonna flop on my face. Anyway. Alright. I don't know if it's... The reason why I didn't want to use that ancient potion is because it's my last one. I need to combine for more of them. It's just I've forgotten the combination materials for ancient potions, so I would have to take the time to work out what that is, and then do that. No, it's not crap, Paul. That's just Monster Hunter. He turned on me because that's what he does. When he's in that flopping mode, like he'll do a 180 and all sorts of weird things, so it was my fault in the end. I should have... Basically, you've got an opportunity. When your weapon's not out, you can dive when you're running from a monster, and that's a big invulnerability period. I should have made use of that, but I didn't. See, I didn't need to have my ancient potion, that's why I didn't drink it. I feel bad for basically not helping out at all during that hunt, and as it turns out, it was not necessary at all for me to bring combination materials, so yeah, good to know. Well, that's one Lavasioth. I didn't really demonstrate the second one, apart from dying to it twice. Absolutely terrible. I don't really need fire cell stones. Yeah, we'll get rid of water. It's fine. Yeah, that was a really terrible demonstration of Lavasioth, actually. Most would say that he's not a cool monster. Most would say that he's one of the worst monsters in the series because he flops around and kills you, so... But anyway. He's very different in world. He doesn't do much flopping. He does kill you, though. Just in a different way. He has a stupid, lava beam, or more like a lava fireball that he spews that explodes and just kills you. Kinda sucks. But he doesn't do much flopping. Alrighty. I think I need Lavasioth stuff, so I want as much of it as I can possibly get. Don't know what I need it for, though. Maybe a, whatever it's called. A Guts bow set. I think I might be able to make one, but I don't really have many more armor set slots left, so... Probably won't even end up doing that at any point. It was a good demonstration. Thank you. I apologise for the sound of Discord going off. I'm going to mute that right now. I thought about that before and I went, nah, it's alright. And then of course I immediately regretted that decision. Discord is now muted. Because I'm currently recording my system audio. So that doo-doo thing that happened, which is Windows 10 making a noise. That's of course system audio, because I'm playing this game on my PC right now, so... The reason why you're able to hear the game is because system audio is being recorded. I don't know what we'll hunt next, but we'll see. Go and collect some honey. I'm dying in one shot because I'm a gunner. Gunners have a lot less defense than people who use weapons that you need to get up close and personal to attack with. The idea being that if you are ranged, you have more time to get out of the way of an attack. So, to balance that out, they give you a lot less defense when you do actually get hit by something. So, when you die once, you lose your health boost, and you can get it back depending on what you do at that moment, but, like I chose not to drink a potion that I had, and I didn't get my health boost, so, yeah, long way to explain that, but, yeah, this is the village. This is Poke Village, and it's a nice laid-back mountain village. It's cool. So... I'm just letting someone know something. Anyway. Just wondering what people want to hunt next. I'll probably top up my decanter while I'm here. Where is the... oh, it's behind me. Here is my sake bottle. Can't hear the game right now, but that's alright. God, the birds are loud outside. I do apologise if you can hear them. Just topping up my decanter. There we go. And I've demonstrated the bottle before. It's very nice. It's frosted glass, and you can see it's just looks really nice in general. The label's a bit fucked this time, but it's Onigoroshi Junmai Sake. Very nice. And I would recommend to anyone who wants to try sake and hasn't before, have the dry sake. Sweet is disgusting. Ugh. One time I got a sweet potato-based sake, which was really sweet. And oh, I could not drink it. I even mixed it with Coke and couldn't drink it. You know it's bad at that point. I don't drink spirits with Coke, I just drink spirits straight. If the spirit sucks and needs to be mixed with Coke, I don't drink it on principle, but I actually tried to do it with that sucker and could not fucking drink it. And I don't drink soft drinks, but fuck. I had basically bought this bottle of sake and was like, I want to be able to drink it, so I went and got a bottle of Coke to mix with it. Couldn't even do that. It was just, it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Anyway. And yeah, sorry about the C. I shouldn't really apologise, but the reason why I have C on the end of Doomlink on Twitch is because obviously Doomlink with the K is taken, but spirits are a type of alcohol which is a much higher level of alcohol in general. So a spirit is a way to describe something that is probably above 25% alcohol by volume. So generally sake wouldn't really be a spirit, but it can be. Sake varies a lot in terms of its alcohol by volume. So for example, you've got 3 classifications usually: beer, wine, and spirit. So sake usually falls into the category of wine. It's a type of wine. It's rice wine generally. But sake can also be a spirit. Depends on how it's made, of course. So someone needs a big Elder Dragon gem, or sorry, big Elder Dragon jewel. Large Elder Dragon gem, big Elder Dragon jewel. Those are the terminologies, and they vary depending on the generation of the game. And I also need big Elder Dragon jewels, so I'm happy to do some Chameleos. Let's go do that. He's sick of Chameleos. Alright, Teostra it is. As it so happens, I'm also sick of Chameleos, so let's go and do that. Teostra. What will I use for that? Probably hammer. What am I even doing? High graded plugs. And I will use a dragon hammer, whichever one that is. What do I have? Ancient Fatalis Ruiner. And that should be good. Because I'm not doing Kushala. I would actually prefer to fight Teostra than Kushala, to be honest. Which is a lot to say. But, seriously, I hate Kushala. Swamp Teostra. For your information, by the way, Paul, Teostra is an Elder Dragon. In other words, a very strong monster to fight. He's going to look relatively normal, but he is very strong, so he's going to beat the shit out of all of us if we don't play properly. That's how that works. And it's the highest rank, it's G rank, so it's really Japanese, Paul, and that's why Monster Hunter is extremely popular in Japan and not really anywhere else. It's popular now in the West because of Monster Hunter World, because Monster Hunter World is such a westernized version of this that you're seeing right here. But before, it was not popular at all in the West, but extremely popular in Japan. So, yeah, it is very Japanese, indeed. Who was the 4th person we had? Giseric. He wants to do Jump Teo, and that's an event that I will not be doing. It's a super, super strong Teostra, and I'm not doing that. There's Giseric. I'm glad we've got a group together. I'm probably going to stream for another hour. Ooh, yeah, we're going to go for another hour, I think. Sarek has the dummy greatsword. Oh no, it's the longsword. Shit, it's big. Terrain damage negate and ESP. It's not exactly the best set I've ever seen, but whatever. Does the job. Is my inventory alright? More cool drinks, I think, just in case. Not that I'll need them for this hunt, but just for later. I have a lot of slots free. Let's get some Psycho Serums out. Do I even have any? No, I need to buy some more. Bastard. The way in which World is westernized is it's very, very story driven, and it's, or at least more story driven than these games are. And it's also very smooth and very, very simple to play. It's not complicated. Anyway. Let's get moving. Let's fight a Teostra. I need some big Elder Dragon jewels as well. I'm, at this moment, trying to upgrade my Kushala Daora lance. And I think I need one more big Elder Dragon jewel for that, maybe. Maybe even two. Not too sure. Hello, Tia. Have to keep away from him when he's doing that, of course. Just gonna do a draw attack and then get out of here. I wanted to roll, but then I remembered it's Freedom Unite and the mobility is like dog shit, so anyway. Need to actually like play properly, to be honest. It's been a little while since I've fought Tia. I don't think I've fought him since I was last recording the fight, which was maybe a month ago or so. Oh god. I can hear the guy with his stupid dummy weapon. I shouldn't even imitate it because I don't know what he's saying. Okay, let's go for the KO. I wasn't even getting KO damage off there. It was a bit terrible. Please? Shit, still don't have it. Good press. I really need to get rid of auto-moderation on YouTube, it's really annoying me. It keeps holding your comments for review, it's annoying. Ah! You're always gonna get hit. Time to heal! But you'll see that this fight is a little bit more intense than the Lavasioth fight you saw previously, Paul. This guy doesn't fuck around. He charges around and is constantly a threat to you if you are nearby. Alright, should be able to get the KO off soon. See how there's no KO damage there? I'll tell you what, the hitboxes on the hammer are fucked in this game. I can't see anything. It's another terrible thing about this era of Monster Hunter. You go up against a wall and it's like, oh, kill me now. Get him! I'm losing my KO at this point. It's been so long since I last... Oh my god, I can't see shit. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen someone with the white Fatalis bow. That is a rarity. Because most people will just whip out the, Oh, stop it! I need to get to the head. Keep getting hit. Oh. I'm trying to position myself. This is an opportunity and a half. No, don't hit me, you bastard! Like, what's the point of me even having a hammer if you're just going to come to the head and flinch me away from the head? It's ridiculous. It's like a bad joke. I'm never going to get a KO off if you keep flinching me at the head. It's like that fucking guy with the longsword the last time I was, you know, fighting Teostra on camera. Who kept on going to the head. Yes, I understand. Head flinches are a thing. Obviously. But I need to get the KO off. At least one. So, if I'm going to use a hammer and I don't even get one KO off, it's a bit pointless, isn't it? I just get a little bit emotional when it comes to fighting people. Fighting with people. Versus a Teostra, they always seem to get on my nerves. He's pinging for a heal. Eat my ass. Heal yourself. Look mate, if you spent more time healing yourself, maybe you wouldn't have a problem. One thing that I can't stand is when people ping for a heal. That's one thing that I will not accept. Because there's no guarantee that we're in a position to heal you ourselves, so... Just... You flinched me out of my charge. Oh, shit. Here we go. Try and get the triple pound. Come on. Right at that... I cannot believe that I still have yet to get a KO off. It's insane. Come on, this might be it. Oh, this is going to be it. Unless this dickhead... There we go. That's what we wanted. At least he realised that he was flinching me, and he buggered off somewhere else. Broken the horns now. Cool. Ah. I suppose each monster's like a raid boss in a weird way. I'm absolutely going the wrong way. What am I doing? I was completely disorientated. I thought I was on the opposite side. Ridiculous. Anyway. Hopefully I'll be lucky and I'll get a big Elder Dragon jewel. We'll see. As it turns out, it was sort of faster to go this way. Anyway, I'm going to sharpen up. Because, you know, purple sharpness. Oh, Mayushi just got killed. Thought that was going to be a head flinch actually, but the flinch was from someone else's damage. And that was my head flinch right there. Now, what are you pinging for? The bombs? What the bloody hell for? He's going to put down a bomb, probably. Well, welcome to Teostra, mate. Don't waste your time with your bombs. Could have been spending that time actually doing damage to the monster. Oh. Sorry if I affect anyone with a super pound. I try not to do that, but... Yeah, hammers are... useful in the sense that they deal KO damage, and once you build up enough of that damage, you will cause the monster to be dazed, which is a big opportunity for a lot of people to attack. Don't know if I can actually hit his head through this fucking tree. But anyway. I don't think I was able to. The guy with the bow was able to. Oh, another paralysis. Beautiful. That's not even a fully upgraded Yamatsukami longsword. He's trying to get some Dragonwood Plus, which I will admit is an absolute nightmare to actually collect. Stop yelling. Oh. I wasn't able to see him there, so that was actually a big risk. Nearly got fired in the face. I guess fired is a verb. You're fired! Different usage. Oh god. No! Of course he jumps on my face. Get away from me, Teostra. See how I'm not pinging for heals, Mayushi? Asshole. anyway. Just need to heal up and then get back in the fight. And have a drink of sake while I'm at it. It just feels so right to drink sake while playing this game. As I mentioned before. It was dangerous. We've got one more chance. Well, two more chances technically, so if one more person dies, we'll be one death away from failing the quest. 3 deaths and you've got a failure. That's a head flinch. Can I get the triple pound? No. Turned away. That's alright. I should get a critical on his tail before he jumped away. Will you head back up to the top? I think you will. Generally, he just goes back and forth between 2 areas, so... yeah. But overall, this has probably been my most successful Freedom Unite recording thus far. In the past, I've been having trouble actually getting into hunts on camera, but this time I was actually able to get some pretty good hunts going, and I think that will continue. Because I do plan to record for another 40 minutes or so from this point, so... oh. It's charging straight into my face. Because I was charging straight into his face, you see. Alright. Let's get his head. I'm not exactly expecting a second KO. We'll see. Not getting my hopes up. I think he will probably die before that point, to be honest. Again, pinging for heals. Yeah. I've never seen such a pathetic excuse for a hunter on this game. It's absolutely sad. Anyway. This is just shameful in my opinion, so... okay, how many times I'm gonna... I think this is, Recital. This is the person who I said is probably the weirdest person I've played with in Freedom Unite. Just completely bizarre, and you can see that that also extends into their Monster Hunter play. So... I'm just not familiar with this person's character. Usually Recital goes Hunting Horn only, which might tell you something about the person. But, yeah. Head flinch. I wasn't expecting the head flinch, actually. That's cool. Now, despite that golf swing not actually connecting, it might have connected, technically, due to lag compensation. Which is cool. Alright. Get him on the turnaround. Golf swing? That might have actually connected, once again due to lag compensation. I don't really know how lag compensation works in Freedom Unite, to be honest, so I couldn't necessarily guarantee that that happened. Good flinch. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry about that. I really hate negatively impacting the team. It sucks. Oh, he almost pulled back his head in such a way that it made contact with my golf swing, but it didn't quite work out that way. I'm going to take this paralysis as an opportunity to heal. Ow. It's very weird, Paul, because I've never really thought about Teostra being a chimera, but he is. I've just never really thought about that. It's a lion dragon. Or a dragon lion, whatever you want to call it. It's just weird. I've always just looked at Teostra as Teostra, but yeah, he is a Chimera. He's in his charging mode where he just charges forever. Oh, never mind. We do have the tail available, and I'm going to forget about this tail if I don't carve it right now, and then look what happens. Charges at me. To say, no, you're not carving that tail. I do not like carving during a hunt, but I do just forget things. Because I'm so focused on the hunt that I just don't end up carving, so... Let's say he leaves this area and then we kill him in the other area. I'm never going to remember that tail under those circumstances. So, I find it very easy to spin out in this game, by the way, with that particular attack I just did. It's different timing to that of the later games. That is 3rd gen and beyond. Had I been given a good opportunity to hit his head during the previous paralysis, I might have actually been able to get off a second KO, but... Oh, there you go. That was a terrible death screen, by the way. While I remember, we're going to go to that tail, which tends to glitch in and out of the grass. But... Fire Dragon Jewel. Would have preferred a Big Elder Dragon Jewel. But I'll take that as well. Teostra Carapace, which is a frickin' high rank material. It's not really what I wanted. If I'm very lucky, I'll carve a Big Elder Dragon Jewel. No. I don't know, I just thought that I would... in the event that I did successfully carve it, it would have been all the more amazing. Shut up! I've carved the damn thing. I guess Deca forgot. I don't know. I have beef with Mayushi personally. So what could you do? Nothing. Oh well. And that is... Oh, it is a hard horn. Good. For a second I was going to say, is that just a normal horn? No, it's not. Big Elder Dragon Bones. I'll probably sell this stuff, yeah. Good money. Maybe we can... Yeah, let's do Kushala. I was going to say, oh, I hate Kushala, but we've already done Teostra. I don't want to do more Teostra, and this guy wants Big Elder Dragon Jewels, so... As do I, so... For the sake of variance, we will... Or for the sake of variation, we will not do the same thing over and over again. We will do Kushala now. Which I'm cool with. And I will continue to host, because it seems that I'm able to host these guys pretty easily. Which is good. What will I use? I do like to go bow with Kushala, because it just keeps me away from his bullshit. But, I could go... Let's go poison longsword. Let's just do that. And I'm speeding up. This is not something that you're allowed to do normally in the game, but... missed it. Missed the big hit, that is. Feline Kitchen... yeah, I'm gonna go poison longsword. That sounds like a good idea to me. Just something different, because I don't generally do that, but... Yeah, why not? So, going to equip... What should we equip? I'm gonna keep with this armor set, because I want raw resistance. And we'll go... Where is it? Poison, here we go. I've never played Skyrim on Master difficulty. I'm actually going to ask him if I can host. Well, then again, it doesn't really matter who hosts the actual quest, now that I think about it. Keep forgetting that it's Unite. It matters who actually fights the monster first. And I would be down for some Desert Kushala. I prefer Desert Kushala to that of, jungle Kushala. And you can see that Jacerek is using the stupid, the bear gun. Oh no, it's the hammer, sorry. The bear hammer. Just look at the thing. Old Monster Hunter has even more ridiculous joke weapons, but maybe it's actually good in terms of dealing damage, I don't know. It's the dummy hammer. Yeah, I'm currently emulating the game. This game originally was on PSP, and I do have the game on PSP, of course. I had the game when it came out in 2009. By the way, just to mention, Demon Souls and this game were the two games that were smacking the shit out of me back in 2009. This game was really hard to play back then, and Demon Souls was also really hard, so 2009 was the year of getting smacked around by games, and this was one of them. And yeah, I do have that on PSP, but it does not visually look anywhere near as good as what you're seeing right now. This is 1080p, beautiful crisp quality, and yeah, that's why I'm emulating. As well as that, I can play with people online with ease if I'm emulating, so yeah. Part of that emulation allows me to speed up, so I just do it to save time, and it's good, it's fun. It's not necessarily fun, but it's enjoyable in the sense that I don't have to spend more time doing the menial tasks. Excuse the slurping. Maybe I'm too, what's the word? Over-eager to drink my sake. I will ready up momentarily. I do need to double check to make sure that my inventory is okay. I think I did have a look, but you know how when you check the time and then you realise that you still don't know what the time is? That's kind of what checking my inventory has been like. So, okay. Looks good to me. Let's go! Of course I'm running poison, so that... Oh, we're both running poison. Well, geez. There's someone using a poison hammer as well. It is the Gravios hammer, which has poison status. If I knew that person was running poison as well, I would not have actually... whatever you call it. Use poison as well, but whatever. Kushala starts in one of the smaller areas. I'm going to manually run there, that's fine. Manually run there, in the sense that I'm not going to farcast to the camp and go that way. That's what I mean by not manual, which is not automatic, to be fair. But, anyway. Mayushi is pinging. And I am 99.99% sure that that is recital mode, which is... ugh. Painful to say the least. I don't necessarily have a problem with that person. He/she is just very bizarre. He's wielding his bear with purpose. He's ready to fight. He truly is. Now this guy is just going to be a more standard dragon. He's probably the standard dragon of the series, to be honest. Kushala Daora. He's a wind dragon. Now that wind aura that he has can be cancelled by poisoning him. So that's why two of us are actually using poison weapons. He is weakest to thunder. His secondary weakness, I believe, is dragon. But he's mostly weak to thunder no matter what. He might also be a little weak to ice. A little. I'm not sure. Oh no, sorry, fire, not ice. But that wind aura just sort of pushes you back on your arse and it's really annoying, so... What just happened there? So once we poison him, that will no longer affect us because he won't be... Flash bomb. Head flinches are good as well, so I'd like to try and get the head if I can. As you can see, because I keep getting knocked back, I'm not able to get my charge gauge up very high. I should have brought flash bombs as well, to be honest. You're already sharpening your hammer, jeez. Well, that was very close to hitting me, that. But see, this guy's body type is the same as Teostra, the monster we fought before. But he is noticeably different in some respects. But is similar in others. So the idea is you have a limited number of skeletons, and then what the game developers do with those skeletons can vary. Oh, thank God for that. Alright, now we can actually poison this guy. Soon. Trademark. Come on. Just waiting for that poison. I feel like I'm just being quite ineffectual right now. Oh God. Of course, when he is affected by stun, he is also not going to be putting out any of his wind, which is good. Bouncing off his wings, which is annoying. Is he poisoned yet? Still not poisoned. This is ridiculous. Seriously. He is a dick. He's my least favourite Elder Dragon. He just sucks. Generally everyone agrees that he just sucks. Like, yeah. Not pleasant. Although some do feel that Teostra is more annoying, because Teostra charges around. This guy charges around too, but I don't know. Teostra's a bit more relentless. Get poison, you bastard. Come on. It's like this particular Kushala does not want to get poisoned. I'm going to take this opportunity to heal. There we go, he's poisoned finally, so now he's not going to be spitting out his... Well, spitting out is a weird way to describe that, but he's not going to be doing any of that wind business while he's poisoned. And he does stay poisoned for a while, which is good. Look at his head. It'd be great if I could knock him down. He got knocked down, but not before I got hit. I don't think he's going to last too long. I think we've been quite relentless so far. So where is he going to fly? Maybe just to the next area, the big one. The big wide open expanse of the desert. Takes a while to leave though. Does he stop here or no? He's gone somewhere else. I do not have Psycho Serums. I wanted to buy some, but I don't know, was too lazy I suppose. That's alright. I would say he's gone either to the area that we're going to enter momentarily, or the other big desert area. That's what I would suggest, based on having fought him here a number of times in the past. But I generally fight him in the jungle, not because I prefer that, but because for whatever reason I just happen to fight him there more often. We both got upswung by the bear, which was sad. We've lost a bit of our poison effectiveness because he's gone and spent that time flying around. Hopefully we can get the poison happening again pretty soon. See what we can do. I think my poison proccing has been really poor due to the bad luck. So hopefully that will be better as we go forward. But again, it is luck based. I've only got 260. Actually, I don't think that determines the frequency of the proc. I think that determines... oh, there we go, poisoned again. Good. That worked out very well. I will not be using longsword very often though. I've used it a little bit too much in this game, because it's very good for cutting tails. So, and it's also very strong in general. So I don't really want to overuse it on this character. So I'm just using it once here and then I'll just use something else. Probably dual blades after this. I'm sorry, Mayushi. As much as I don't like you, I don't feel good constantly flinching you like that. I do love the that sort of ring that you've got there, and you can see the shooting stars in the distance. It's a very beautiful area, actually. That claw is actually very forgiving in this game. It's a lot less forgiving in the later Monster Hunters. I think he's close to death, personally. Well, if you think this looks good, Paul, and it's very interesting how this game would look to you. It's actually amazing, because you have no other point of reference, really. But to most people, this looks like a janky piece of shit, because of what Monster Hunter looks beyond this point. Maybe sometime soon you'll be able to see me play Portable 3rd, or maybe even 3 Ultimate, which is one generation after this game, and it really does make this game look like a janky piece of shit by comparison. But I don't really mind it too much. It's I'm used to it. This was the first Monster Hunter game that I played, and so my concept of what the norm is was developed in this game, so therefore coming back to it doesn't feel rough in any way. Definitely feels that way if I go one generation back from here, because that's first generation, and first generation was dog shit. But, you know, this feels fine to me, but I do admit generally, by comparison, it looks kind of janky and rough. But it's interesting just to see what your opinion is of the game, not really having seen any other Monster Hunter games. I guess you might have seen a little bit of World, but not much of it. And World is so different compared to this that it's hard to really compare it anyway. But as far as other Monster Hunter games, they really do. Like you've got, this is second generation here. You've got 5 generations in total. World is the only 5th generation game currently in existence. But 3rd and 4th generation Monster Hunter has been well fleshed out, and I would say that they were very good advancements of what you're seeing right here. So, but yeah, I would say that the Japanese know how to make a good game, and this is a good example of that, in my opinion. Just the concepts that you're seeing here and how they're executed, it's amazing. I think it's just really, really good. This is the game series that I've put more time into than any other, and there is a reason why that is the case. It is an amazing game series. But I'm able to enjoy the game in this way because I've already spent a lot of time grinding. If you're not into grinding, then maybe it's not your thing. But, yeah. Oh god. I won't blame you for that. Surprised he's not dead yet, to be honest. Ow. Get away. I knew that claw was going to hit me. I suppose, yeah, it is the platform, but it's also the error. This doesn't look too different from the other Monster Hunter games because they were on the PlayStation 2. So it's just the error, I suppose. That's probably why it doesn't really affect me. Other people can't go back there. They're like, oh, it's too janky. It's like, well, eat my ass. Don't actually eat my ass, please. That would be painful. Can you die already, you bastard? How's this guy still alive? Maybe I'm doing lacking damage or Mayushi is doing lacking damage, I don't know. Or maybe it's, oh shit. Maybe it's, guy with the bear hammer. Oh, there we go, dead. Hopefully he's not out of the carve zone. If he's out of the carve zone, I'm gonna get pissed off. He's not. Deco is there. There we go. I shouldn't have said out of the carve zone. I meant out of the, literally out of the zone so I can't carve. That's what I meant by that. Exactly. Eat my ass is generally in the sexual sense, so don't actually eat my ass. And don't actually eat my ass, like eat. Like eating. Chewing, masticating. Do not do that. Anyway. I've been pinged in somewhere about something. Another everyone. At everyone, that is. So annoying. Stop that. Don't worry. Discord things. It's a very good thing that I ended up muting Discord then. Got another daily bonus for Hunsterverse, which is good. How long have we been recording for, just to keep up to date on that? I will probably record for another 30 minutes or so. So maybe 1 or 2 more hunts, something like that. I wish it shows you how much you had in your box like the later games, so... I'm just going to sell all this stuff, I don't think I need it. It's all good. That's why I have so much money, it's because I do tend to sell things that I don't think that I need. It's only been a recent thing of mine that I've done in Monster Hunter. I've usually just been such a hoarder that I just accept everything that I get in an item rewards box, but I'm starting to see the benefits of just selling the stuff for money there instead of selling it later. So hoarding is a big part of Monster Hunter for me, but anyway. We will return to the farm. Keeping in mind that I do accept these items very quickly without speeding up. It's actually harder to accept the items quickly if you are speeding up. Perfect! There we go. Ah. If I don't get a perfect hammer every time, with every single Freedom Unite stream, then that is a failed stream. That's how I look at it. You know, I didn't really get much better stuff than I normally would, so it really doesn't matter. Alright, he's happy to do Chameleos, so let's go do Chameleos. Oh dear. Chameleos is the easiest of the older dragons, and because of that, you tend to fight him fairly often, so yeah. Let's go Sword and Shield, because I do need to get some uses up with that. And we'll go and eat. Hello, Boyd. Thanks, Boyd. Alrighty. I'm being hosted on Twitch by someone who speaks Arabic now. I do appreciate the fact that you're watching, but I don't know why you would expect that I would be able to understand Arabic. I don't really look or sound Arabic in any way. But thank you either way, agaming50, for hosting me on Twitch. That is lovely. Cats in cooking hats. Oh, we've got someone here. Hiya, gaming. Thanks for joining the stream. We do have a fourth person here who... Huh. I'm going to be kicking him. Alright. So, of course, that person joined despite the fact that, obviously, we do have a 4-person team. So, yeah. So this is Evaporate into the Night. This is the Jungle Chameleos, which is the Chameleos hunt that I do prefer, generally. G-Seric is having a... Why don't you take your 3-minute bathroom break after accepting and readying up the quest? Hello? Then we can at least, you know, get something done in the meantime. Now we have to sit here and wait for you to come back. Anyway. Maybe you can teach me some Arabic, Paul. I wouldn't be able to speak Arabic worth a fuck, but I can tell you that it's probably the most attractive looking language in terms of how it's written. I think it's amazing. Hebrew is like an ugly, retarded version of it when written, and also in terms of how it sounds, and then you've got Arabic, which is just this... oh, it's amazing. So we just have to sit here and wait for G-Seric to stop being in the bathroom. I have no problem with him going to the bathroom. Maybe he was having explosive diarrhea and couldn't wait to just get into the quest first. No comment. However, if he did not have explosive diarrhea and he was not blowing a kidney, or in the process of blowing a kidney, or almost about to blow a kidney, then I don't know why he couldn't have just, you know, switched his brain on. And actually, readied up for the quest first. Well, I'm not much of a linguistics expert, so you'd probably know more about the subject than myself. We'll just wait patiently. Maybe he needed to mentally prepare himself for the Chameleos hunt, which can be necessary depending on how many of the Chameleos hunts you've done in the past. Oh, he's back. Well, that was less than 3 minutes, I think. So good. At least it wasn't 10 minutes. I think he's fallen down the toilet. Etc, etc. Alrighty. I think we're good to go. Am I ready, actually? Yes, I seem to be. I do seem to be. Might up my brightness, despite the fact that I'm in the area with the Chameleos. Going to up my brightness a little bit. Ow. Alright. Just so that I'm not this dark thing in the corner. Giant you, animu. What are you on about? Okay. So after that experience of getting attacked by Chameleos... Stop it, Deca. I feel so good to jump forward with my attacks. For some reason I'm used to... The last time I used Sword and Shield must have been in 4th generation because I'm used to that stupid slide forward business. Well, sorry, Mayushi. I can only say sorry. So Chameleos, because he's a chameleon, can go invisible and stuff like that. That's not really how chameleons work, actually. The idea is that they blend into their surroundings, but this guy does that to an extent that can't really be replicated by a chameleon, in that he blends into things so well that he literally becomes close to invisible. But anyway. I suppose he is a left-handed hunter. I never really considered that, but the sword has always been in the left hand for Sword and Shield. So maybe he's like Link from Zelda, because Link is also left-handed. Unless you're playing Twilight Princess on Wii, where they had to flip the entire fucking game just to make him right-handed. What were they thinking? Fucking... Anyway. That's a conversation that I can have, which I will not have. Anyway. Seems that Giseric and I are using a rather similar sort of armor set. We have Teostra pieces. I think he might be using full Teo though. I'm only using a mixed set. So 2 pieces of Teo. And the rest is, I think, Ceanataur. Keep bouncing and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna aim for the head, just to get some more damage. Yep. I'm not gonna be able to hit the head, so I'm just gonna go back here. The head's too high up for me. You fought Priscilla in Dark Souls 1. Best thing to do is just do the strongest possible attacks you can to her to start the fight off. It'll last longer. She doesn't have too much health. Chameleos is flying into that area by the looks of it. Which would be strange. Maybe. Okay, well whatever, he's probably flying over there to be honest. I should have paintballed him, but it looks like... I don't know, whatever. Let's just go this way. Because I agree, he generally doesn't go to Area 5. Assuming he's over here? Or not, maybe... Okay, he's over in the tree area, which is extremely unspecific, but anyway. Alright, aiming for the head again. Because keep in mind, the back legs are not necessarily a weak point for the Chameleos. However, they are... in terms of the amount of damage you're doing, that is. But aiming for the back legs does flinch him. So instead of head flinches like you do have with Elder Dragons normally, it is a back leg flinch in this case. I do not believe that you can hit Chameleos in the head and cause him to fall over like this. I do not believe you can do that. Wooden club that had an A scaling with strength. It's been a long time since I've played Dark Souls, I'll tell you what. Like the original one. Because I overplayed it. Like I basically lived and breathed that game for 2 or 3 years. And eventually I just had to stop. So I haven't properly played it in quite some time. So some things do escape me in terms of what weapons exist in that game, but I think there are a few different clubs. I guess the regular club works nicely. Where is he? There he is. He came to me. Stop bouncing. There we go. Is that another flinch? No. Is that a flinch? Yes. That means I did the damage. There we go. He lost his tail, and I'm going to carve that bastard. Actually, he's kind of in the way, so I can't. He's on top of his tail. How it works is, when the tail is cut, it kind of flies forwards, so he ends up standing on top of it after it's cut. I would say that that helps it from ending up in a zone where you can't carve it. So, probably anyway. Get a hit off on the head there. I was hoping to, but I failed. That tail attack is very annoying. Sort of have to wait. I'll probably... This particular armor set is good for very quick sharpening, so I really shouldn't be allowing myself to go down as far as blue sharpness. Got Melange. Just heading off to this area. He should die in this area, given the team. I've never really used the club in Demon Souls very much. You can pick it up in World 2, though. Oh god. I'll probably play some more Demon Souls this week, you know. Don't know when, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, but I'm going to start a new build. I still need to decide which build it will be. It will probably be... which version of the game will it be? Maybe I could do... I don't know, it depends on what build I'm going to do. I'll think about it. Ow. And that is a dead Chameleos. I'm a little bit hungry, but I'm probably going to do like one more hunt before I finish. How much have we been going for? Oh yeah, we'll do one more hunt, that's fine. I don't know what we'll do, but... Have I tried full heavy? In the sense that I can't roll at all. Well, no, that would mean that you can't run at all. That would be terrible. So fully over encumbered, that would be really shit. Don't worry, I'll be finished in one more hunt, so we'll both be able to eat. If you mean just using like heavy armor, heavy shield, heavy weapon. I haven't done it for the live stream yet, because I haven't done like a strength build or a heavy miracle build or anything like that. But I could do that. I'm not sure. It's very easy to do that in Demon Souls though, because you do have the Tower Knight shield, which is the largest shield in the series, and it's also the heaviest, I think, so... I'm gonna sell all of this. Chameleos is my... he's my bank. Or he's my... not really my bank. How do I say it? He's the guy who gives me all the money. Makes me the money. I'd like to do a light strength build, I think. I usually do heavy builds with strength. But maybe I could do a light strength, just for something a little different. I don't think that will be my next build though. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Yeah, the meat cleaver is something that I would use with a quality build. I agree. for a quality build, that is a disgusting weapon. You wouldn't really use it for a strength build though, because it's just... It would work perfectly fine, like it would be really good for a strength build as well, definitely, but... S-scaling with both strength and dexterity... like, holy shit. It's a crazy weapon. So... I would like to do a quality build and make that weapon. Just letting them know that I'm doing one more hunt and just asking what we should do. Usually I'm a lot more, how do I say, talkative with people in the chat, but because I'm doing a live stream, I'm generally not so talkative. That is, you know, with the people that I'm playing with in the game. Cats with their chef hats. Might finish up with dual blades. We'll probably do something different in terms of monsters. So we won't do Elder Dragons anymore. We'll do something different. I don't know what we'll do though. We'll see. Let me think of something. Something not too long. Maybe I'll look at my quests. Just get an idea. The final invitation. Maybe we could do Yama for something a little different. Seeing how they feel about that. What would I use for Yama? Normally I go bow. Could go light bowgun as well. Not sure. Maybe I would go bow. Someone doesn't seem to be too happy about Yama. I'm happy to do something else, I don't know. It's just I thought Yama was a good... Also proposing Shen. Shen Gauden. Someone posted something, so whatever. Oh, Nagalfar. Who's this? Gotta kick him. My one vote kick. He joins a room, posts his own quest, basically taking someone else's spot. It's like, not gonna fly with me, mate. So get out. Anyway. We'll work out what we're doing in a moment, but for now, I don't think either Yama or Shen is of interest to any of these people. But those two would be the funniest to just demonstrate for you, Paul. Maybe I could top up my decanter again, even. Not yet. Haven't had that much, jeez. We could do an epic quest or something, I don't really care. Gyseric seems to have an idea. He's set up for something. An epic? He just suggested what I said. An epic quest where we can hunt a few different monsters. I'll let him post whatever he wants. It's an epic for our last hunt. Do you mean my accent, Paul, or just generally? Because I find that people don't have problems understanding what I say because of how I enunciate my words. So, although I'm sure it's quite different to the way you might say words. It's Monster Hunter. So the idea is you have a quest, you go on the quest and you're hunting that monster down, and you go and kill it, so it's hunting in that sense. Pride on the line, really. Black Diablos. In the Great Arena, this is gay. Anyway, whatever, I'll just do it, I don't care. Or Gyseric was going to post something and then Mayushi posted something else. Well, Gyseric can post whatever he wants, I don't care. He's been here longer than these two, I think, so he can go post what he feels is worthy of being posted. You know, I'm in the mood to do one of these like every day. One of these long-running Unite streams. I'm really enjoying this. It's when I'm not getting inconsistent hunts that it bothers me when I'm playing Unite, but if I'm getting inconsistent hunts, it's bloody fun. I love it. Whether or not Gyseric joins this quest is basically going to decide whatever I'm doing, because for whatever reason, I just want to go with whatever Gyseric wants to do. Because I told him to post whatever he wants. Not the other guy. A Hunter's Feast. Huh. What would I prefer? I don't know, I don't really. Just asking if Gyseric needs any of the stuff from what he posted, so. Because if he needs the stuff, then I'll go do his quest, but... I just don't want to fight Black Diablos. I fucking hate Black Diablos. Let me just see what element would be best. Okay, what we'll do is go heavy bowgun with varying element. So that will be this. But I need to actually work out what my decorations are doing here. Where is it currently attached? Rathalos X chest, it should be attached to. I believe. 280 IQ. Alrighty, here's the set. Auto reload, evade distance up, element attack up. course I'm changing sets. I didn't know who was going to do what. Oh, Mayushi left. Well, I'll just wait patiently. Both Paul and I want to eat. Hurry up and post your quest so we can get this done, so we can finish the live stream. Oh dear. Basically, armor sets are a lot more difficult to manage in this game. They make it easier in the later games. To explain for those who are more familiar with Monster Hunter, basically they, when you save an armor set, it does not lock in your decorations. Your decorations can change across all of the armor sets, and it's kind of annoying. So therefore you do have to manually manage your decorations every single time. So you kind of need to remember where you had the decoration in last time. So not only do you need to remember what armor set you had the decoration in, you also need to remember like which armor piece it was. So I was able to remember that it was my normal heavy bowgun set, and that on that set, the slot where I put the flying jewel in is actually the What are you doing? Are you doing your quest or our quest? Or, well, not our quest, but Jaceric's quest. Like, what are you doing, mate? I know you have some sort of screw loose. It might be more than one screw. But for the love of my ass, just do something. Okay, so what was Jaceric's quest? It was Blangonga and the Hermitaurs and Ceanataur. Not the Hermitaurs. That would suggest that it was purple as well. Hermitaur, Ceanataur, Blangonga. So fire, thunder. That's fine. I'm going to stick with this set. I'm too lazy to change it. Ugh. Bloody hell. Anyway. So we're going to get normal level 2. Actually, fuck that shit. I'm going to actually take some of this stuff out of my, my box. And I don't have thunder in my box, but that's alright. These guys should die fairly quickly anyway. So I'm gonna probably... Huh. Oh, let's just go with this, who cares. I'll bring normal 3 as well. Because I'll probably use normal for one of the crabs and then thunder for one of them, so... I just poured sake all over myself because I'm stupid. I thought it was not full, and so I poured it way too early. That was ridiculous. Okay, well I've got sake all down my shirt, so... that's not a problem, it's just I don't have anything to... Well, that's fine. I'm gonna smell like sake until I change my clothes, so that's great. Oh, bloody hell. It's not the smartest thing I've done all day. I had it filled right up to the brim and forgot that I had done that. So I went and tipped it all down my front like a fucking idiot. Oh dear. I don't even know if that kind of thing picks up on camera, so I don't know how much of my stupidity was immortalized on film, but anyway. Doesn't matter. Maybe we'll just go normal with you. No, not normal 3. Normal 2. Ceanataur is probably more deserving of Thunder Element than this bastard, so... I'm gonna save my Thunder. Just, you know, being lazy and shooting normal 2, wherever I feel like shooting it. Oh god, this is gonna be a good one. May as well break the claws. Got one of them. This is going to be a quick quest. Dear me. Well, it'll dry. necessarily smell like anything. So, that's fine. Don't kick me. Reminds me of the person during one of my Random Hunts recordings. It might have been in the 30s or something of my Random Hunts recording series. And a person said that if I kick them in-game during the hunt, they will kick me from the room. And I did that, and they kicked me from the room. And it was pretty funny. It's like, imagine having a problem with that. But that gets into a whole discussion that I'm not going to get into. And that person is not the first person that I have found to actually be personally offended by being kicked in-game by an animation of your character kicking them. It's like, get real. Anyway. Some people are quite retarded, I think you'll find. I guess that's true. Smacking me so that I'm not standing in one place, but hey. This particular set is encouraged. Well, it encourages you to stand in one place, because this is a fairly heavy gun, and I don't need to reload with this set, so it's kind of crazy. Mayushi, you suck. I'm just going to put it out there right now. You suck. Anyway. Get in my trap. Well, it's not my trap, sorry. Can't believe I said that. It's someone else's trap. I don't think this Blangonga is going to last very long. Just for Paul, this is a new skeleton. This is for... There are a few different monsters that have this skeleton. And this is the first one you've seen that uses this skeleton, so it's going to look fairly different for you. Poisoned, apparently. He's using a poison weapon. Gyseric is using the Raytheon longsword. That worked out really well. I was almost out of flaming, and then in the end that worked out. So yeah, basically that is the monkey skeleton. So you've got a few monsters that have the monkey look about them. I think you've got Blangonga, and then you've got Copper Blangonga, which is a subspecies of this monster, but looks and acts a little bit different. And then you've got Rajang, who is... Ugh. He's rough. But yeah, this is a really quick run. Because of course, this is a 3 monster quest, so they will have their HP reduced even further. So... it's pretty good. It's almost 2:40 PM where I am, and I haven't done anything today. I woke up and started streaming. So... oh. Hello, Ceanataur. Someone's put a bomb just over there. I'm not going to shoot at that bomb. Wait until he gets closer if he ever does. But yeah. Now thunder works very much like a pierce shot. The more piercing you can get with the shot, the better. You'll just do more damage elementally. So it's not just a pierce shot in appearance, it is effectively a pierce shot. I don't want to get hit by this thing. So to be honest, if you were to aim a thunder shot at a weak point, but that weak point did not lead into a good pierce, it's better to aim for something that's not a weak point and just aim for more pierce. So it's more body for the actual shot to pass through. Mayushi, for the love of my ass. Oh, come on. I think Mayushi was also using the White Fatalis armor set. Now, how that would allow you to die twice, I don't know, but whatever. My DPS right now is the stuff of legend, by the way. Yeah, there we go. That is a dead Ceanataur. Oh dear. There are certain quests where you can fight multiple Elder Dragons, but I'm not doing any of them right now. Well, that was the last hunt for the live stream. I actually really enjoyed that. It's been a while since I last did Monster Hunter. I've been playing a lot of other games lately, but that was good. And it was funny, just as I said that was the last... Mayushi left. Just as I said that was the last hunt, my stomach was like, oh! So I really do need to go and fill my stomach fairly soon. As in, like, immediately after this recording. And, yeah. We'll see what we get in terms of rewards. I actually don't know. But we are about to find out. And then after that, I'm going to bugger off. That's correct, Paul. Most of the time when I'm drinking, I'm bloody hungry, so... Might put into perspective my tolerance. Anyway. Commendation G. Somewhat useful. Blood Red Horn, those will be useful. I'm just sort of working out what I might want to sell. The reason why we got the Monobless Carapace is because the Hermitaur was actually using the Monobless Skull, so... let's take both of these. I'm going to take it all. I've decided that I will take it all. I don't really know what's useful and what's not. What's useful and what's not depends on what's in my box, and I just can't see what I have in my box, so it kind of sucks. Alrighty. I thank you all for watching. This has been the 9th part for my Doomlink's Random Hunt series. I don't know if I will do more this week for the series, but I will of course be streaming more for the rest of this week. I do thank you all for watching. Thank you, Paul, for tuning in, and thank you, Makan, for hosting me, as well as AGaming50 for hosting me on his channel on Twitch. And I will catch you all later when I'm streaming something else. Bye-bye.